New tonight, Greenville's known as a great spot for foodies, and whether you love pop-ups, restaurants, festivals, or food trucks, the city really has it all. And as Fox Carolina's Haley Spittler's explaining, the food industry here has another reason to celebrate. It's a pretty recognizable award.
The James Beard Awards are the who's who of food, with a mission to celebrate, support, and elevate the people behind America's food culture. What you might not realize is they also have awards for film. And now we're celebrating a documentary film highlighting a local restaurant made by an upstate team.
Funny enough, this whole journey began through food.
Kayling Neo and Ryoan Oshiro calling their introduction God's timing, a mutual friend introducing the two over a meal. Kayling getting ready to open a restaurant, Ryoan starting a production company.
Just asked her if she would be willing to take a chance on me and allow us to originally do a piece for the restaurant and to help kind of promote that for her when she opened.
Undercurrent Productions began filming with Kayling in May of 2022, about 8 months before Spartanburg opened.
She was just very entrusting with her story with us, and just very transparent in her journey in her own life and how she got here. That looking through the interviews, we were like, this has to pivot.
Taking a promotional video and turning it into a documentary, exploring themes of immigration, family expectations, sacrifices, and of course, food.
Sometimes we feel love and resentment and all these big feelings about family, but there's not really an outlet to express those. I feel really grateful that Rio and Evan started asking these beautiful, deep dive questions, and it was vulnerable and it was scary.
Kayling saying her parents weren't thrilled at her career change. With a chemical engineering degree, instead choosing to open a restaurant. Something she says her parents were forced to do when they immigrated to the States from China, unable to speak the language.
I've learned in other situations, the more you share, the more others can take from it.
Growing up in Guam, just everything was surrounded. You always dined with family.
Realizing those meals were often the only part of his day where things slowed down. But nowadays, things are full steam ahead for Undercurrent Productions. The documentary Great Wall winning a James Beard Medal.
And the winner is Great Wall.
It was probably, I don't know, one of the best days of my life in the professional route, but also just like life experience.
And I was so happy for them. And it still feels like their project and their award, although I had to play a part in it, but it was just such a great moment for me to celebrate them.
Great Wall, Ryoan's first ever documentary.
It just meant that all the work over the past almost 2 years just paid off.
And it isn't just Undercurrent Productions thriving. Spartanburg, now in its second year, filling up tables every night in downtown Greenville.
One of our mottos here is food is both very serious business and not serious at all.
While Kayling says the award is not for the food at Spartanburg, she knows it will still have an impact on our community.
It gives Greenville exposure, and what happens when people visit us is they spend their dollars here, and that goes directly back to our parks and our housing and our transportation. Everything can improve when we have other people visiting.
Sharing conversation together, one dumpling at a time.
Food does have a powerful impact on people.
Ryoan tells me he can't wait to use this new platform the James Beard Award is giving him to find more untold stories in the food and beverage industry. You can watch the award-winning documentary, Great Wall, on Vimeo. It is under 20 minutes and it is so compelling. We'll have that link on the As Seen On section of foxcarolina.com.